Today you have many more entertainments available from free. We made very basic but very successful cinema. Mohammed Rafi singing Telugu songs with a very strong Hindi accent, and the people loved it. The audience knows they have to pick something, they will pick it right. Rana helped Bahubali come to Karan so that Karan brought it to the whole country. Media is the most glamorous of the lot. So all good and bad can happen through this.
Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Hesha Chima, and joining me for a conversation today here is a man who has not just contributed to content in general, but also via his contribution to cinema by and large towards Indian film industry. There has been massive changes. There are some who sit back and clap at what he creates, while there are others who aspire and become one like him. None other than over here is with me, Daggubati Suresh Babu ji. Namaskaram, sir.
Namaskar. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for removing time and doing this for us, because not only I'm excited to talk to you, but मेरे दिमाग में इतने questions चल रहे हैं which I have sort of accumulated from every film goer who watches films, and they have these doubts going on in their head. So let me first, before I jump into those, start off by telling you, according to you, sir, from then to now, ever since you started, what has been few landmark changes that you have seen in terms of evolvement in the southern film industry as per you?
Probably in cinema itself, the habits have changed. The first major change came when television came. So television and poor maintenance of theatres took one set of audience away. Then you slowly got in the mobile. YouTube and mobile and streaming have made another substantial change of taking people away. Multiplex, big cinema have brought some people in. Now, where is your balance? Have more gone away? Have more come in? Costs were low, more people watched. Cost became high, became a little difficult.
Is it fair to say that's the reason why we see lesser footfall in cinemas today?
Cost is one, pricing is one. And earlier there was no other entertainment. Today you have many more entertainments available from free. You have your mobile, you can watch for hours, free, nothing, no charge. Watch maybe an ad for him, and then you're done. So that way, and we made it very expensive. So it's not viable for them to go and sit and watch a movie.
Fair. So, very fair to say that the Hindi-speaking audience now is really looking up to the southern film content and cinema that has been actually going on बहुत पहले से. अब 2016 के re-adaptations हो रहे हैं and so on and so forth. Why do you think that? Do you think that the audience is more liking a certain beat or the style that you all created content, or is it completely different from there?
See, we also always have to keep evolving with our content. In the 80s, when a lot of South films were made in Hindi, we made very basic but very successful cinema. Some people thought they were tacky, like the Tofas, the Himmatwalas, they're very South Indian, and they were very successful. Now, when there was an overdose of that, then a new sophisticated Hindi cinema came. The Dilwales, the Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, and that catered to international audience. So they thought that was the only audience. While they were doing that, they forgot that there is a large Indian audience. And then the South Indian cinema was like the mass dubbed cinema, which was going into the rest of the country. And when those products got sophisticated, then they just sort of ran through everybody. So now we know that there is a larger set of people wanting that. Once the Bahubalis and the KGFs and these films came in, they just took over. So now even the big Hindi cinema wants to be that. That's why you have the Jawans and Pathans. So that's the larger audience. See, today's viewership is predominantly the large mass and the large youngsters. The others have gone off. So if you want to make a movie for gentry or the ladies, they don't want to come into cinemas for some reason or the other. They get entertainment elsewhere, so they're not coming in here. So for this set, the huge masses, the huge youth that is there, probably we've found the right mix. And it's not that the others won't find it. Everybody will find it. See, there should be an Indianness to our cinema. A sophisticated Indian mass entertaining cinema is what is really selling today.
Do you also feel this crossover, even for actors, has opened so many avenues
Yes.
for both? Because what happens is that pehle, there were like these few, like we all look up to a Devi for doing a whole bunch of South things. Like Janvi is following those footsteps right now, but there are a whole bunch of other actresses also and actors who are moving towards that disparity of language no more is a barrier anymore, right?
See, we knew it earlier also. We had Mohammad Rafi singing Telugu songs
Right.
with a very strong Hindi accent, and the people loved it. We had Balasubramaniam and Yesudas singing Hindi songs with a strong southern accent, and
Bilkul.
people loved it.
Yep.
So we have too many cobwebs in our mind. We think that they won't sell, this won't sell, that won't sell. But the audience knows they have to pick something, they will pick it right.
Right.
So we'll have to be open-minded, deliver the right content, and then they're all there.
You know, it'll be only interesting to understand that coming from a household which also has such superstardom in itself, what are the kind of conversations you all have in terms of the evolving cinema? That's one. And second, in terms of the landscape, also now transitioning into, viewership, because with OTT right now, there is also international audiences viewing that kind of
Yes.
content, right? What kind of chats happen back home?
See, different chats. Even in your life, you'll be in different phases.
Right.
Early when you come in, you want to survive in the industry. Then the discussion is at a different level.
Right.
Then you've made it, then your talk is a little more
How to sustain that survival.
sustain that. Now you want to go back, you've dropped somewhere, you wanted to reach the top. So different conversations go on, but fundamentally you should never lose the basic. What is it that you're doing? You're making a product which has to entertain a lot of people. They have to give you money,
Right.
and you have to see that all the stakeholders win. See, that was fundamentally our way of working from the beginning. So it's not that I win and somebody loses. So that's why in our early days, we never sold our films. We always made the films, distributed the films, released it ourselves, so that the profit and loss was ours. We didn't have too many stakeholders. It's not that I want to palm off to somebody.
Right.
So if all of us keep that in mind, that every stakeholder in this space does well, the producer, the actors, the technicians, the studios, the exhibition sector, all the people who provide the services, and the audience also gets a fair deal, then it keeps moving.
Right.
There should not be greed from one side that it gets lopsided, then problems are there.
Also have to say this, whenever your son Rana Daggubati touches something, especially when it is an Indian viewing film like Kalki, for the grandeur becomes massive. He's just sort of collaborated for Jigra as well at this point in time. When you have Karan Johar, Alia Bhatt, Vedang, and I've been one of those lucky few who got to watch, a few glimpses, and I know what it is in store. How do you feel Rana is sort of, tapping into that to make sure that that crossover also is there for what we are doing as Indian Hindi speaking, actors to now bring it to South and Tamil?
See, Rana helped Bahubali come to Karan, so that Karan brought it to the whole country. Now, his aim and our aim is to see that a lot of Hindi cinema gets dubbed into Telugu and Tamil and other languages, so that it becomes popular there.
Right.
It's only then we have now, everybody wants to own everybody else. See, a Kantara hero, Shetty, he's from Mangalore, he makes his film in his town, but it was loved by everybody in the country.
Right.
When KGF came, everybody liked it. So we now know that Indians, this one nation, whatever it is, we are one nation.
Right.
So as people, we should let the others. I wish a Bengali film gets dubbed and becomes a huge hit in Telugu or Tamil. So once we start doing that, then we'll have a lot of so-called pan-Indian stars, pan-Indian technicians.
Right.
So it's good for everybody. Today, a doctor from Chennai will operate in Mumbai or in Jammu Kashmir or in America. So why not a filmmaker?
Yeah.
And we'll eventually get to making films for people all over the world. Finally, the art is the same.
Absolutely.
The craft is the same.
Absolutely.
So our understandings will get better. You'll see, once you start crossing over, you see more people, you understand more nuances, and then you're able to give the audience a better experience.
Do you particularly recall any challenge in your career that you feel that now, after much hard work, you've successfully overcome?
No, those challenges will be there. Some find solutions, some don't find solutions.
Right.
That's when we will not go on the forward gear, and we'll have to hold and carefully think about it. I think I was just speaking about it. though cinema in size is becoming bigger, there's more money being made. Number of people viewing cinema in cinema theaters is reducing.
Correct.
So if that keeps dropping, then you're cutting off the base. They will get to watch it in other platforms.
Right.
But that's something which is a bit concerning. And we have to look at a way to see more people continue to watch. See, content is going to be made.
Yeah.
But whether this form, which really gave us our bread and butter, of showing movie in a cinema theater in a dark auditorium, everybody comes, enjoys and goes back, that I personally don't want to lose, because it's a great, and it was part of my childhood. I enjoyed it, and I wish that we will be able to hold it for the next generations.
Right.
They might change, they might not want it. Sometimes when I see the youngsters, they're not so excited to come to a cinema theater.
Correct.
So that's not a good sign for the long run.
Yes.
So they're why should I come and watch? Why? So that why is not a good question. So I really want all of us to look for a solution for that and get it done.
Yeah. You know, sir, now I would love for you to correct me if I'm wrong anywhere in my analogy. I personally feel that today, movie-going experience, as you rightly said, is reducing from various factors, which we've already spoken about. I don't want to tap into that. What I definitely do want to tap into is that what do you think will push these people who are sort of getting complacent to go there? And if I'm looking at numbers and trying to understand, a South film becomes a blockbuster. Is it because, of course, there are people watching it and there is a content. मैं वो ले नहीं रही. But the pricing of ticketing versus what you see in probably a metropolitan city like Mumbai, you know, if somebody is paying 2,000, 3,000 rupees, they want to watch a grand film. Otherwise, they wouldn't go. Do you think that's also a major play point?
Even in the South, we are having that problem that people are only watching very participative film.
Right.
See, where the hero is big, the fans are big. So it's like a festival for them.
Correct.
They want to enjoy amongst themselves. They want to watch it at 1 in the night. They want to go apart. So it's like an event.
Yeah.
So every film is becoming an event.
Yeah.
Even the small films which do well are very participative films.
Right.
Where there's a lot of laughter, a lot of chaos. So you want to be part of an event. You're not just watching a simple, you're not laid back, just watching a very sensible film. If there is not much interaction, we are not going into that theater because you've been provided that at a lower cost available in your house.
Right.
So pricing is a problem. Now, with today's real estate costs, with today's technology costs, can we bring the prices down? I don't know. There might be some small tax benefits, some power benefits, which will make it different. But that excitement to come and watch cinema, for that we'll have to find an answer.
Yeah. Sir, I also want to ask you, very important, and I would love to know your point of view, only and only because I feel like today, when the whole revival of the Me Too movement happened, you know, when people came out, the industry in the South came in support of that. You know, I feel like there was, when initially it was looked down upon, right now people are actually supporting it to make a better cohesive environment. At your end, at your production house, please highlight few things that you all do to make it a cohesive environment for women.
See, our nature of life is very feudalistic. By nature, it looked like the film industry was only a male-based industry.
Correct.
Even at a personal level, if my earlier, like, cinema is not good for girls. That was the general mindset.
Right.
And it's not that it only happened in cinema, that's how the society had grown over the years.
Yeah.
The whole society was like that. Now, definitely, we have many more women working across all. Even as parents, we didn't let our children go into media.
Yes.
Now they said, go.
Please go.
Go, please go.
I've had that experience.
Yes.
My parents have told me, don't go in this field.
Now you go.
Now
because now things are safer,
Yes.
better. They know how to handle themselves.
Yeah.
So that way things have become better. And the woman is also able to speak up.
Right.
That fear has gone off.
Yeah.
Now, it happens at different times in different societies, but now that fear is gone.
Yeah.
Now, it's I'm very happy when I see people much more confident when they're there. They're bindas. They're cool.
Yeah.
It's very happy to see that. One odd thing here and there happens, they know how to cut it also. There are more people who know how to cut it
Right.
than lesser people.
Right.
So that way it's been happy that we were able to bring this whole Me Too movement and then keep pushing this. But largely as a society, we still have to get better at it.
Yes.
It's not just in the film industry, across all angles, we have to get better at it. We have to be better human beings, basically.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
See, like unfortunately or fortunately, media, politics, and sports are the three fields that everybody speaks about.
Yeah.
They might not be the biggest in size,
Sure.
but there is more focus towards it
Yes.
than all the other fields.
Right.
So whatever happens here becomes examples for the rest of the spaces.
Yeah.
And media is the most glamorous of the lot.
Yeah.
So all good and bad can happen through this.
Yeah, I often say this, that it's always highlighted that our industry is bad, but let's get real. It's not just bad,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good. And there are others also which are probably dabbling to the same things.
Yeah, same.
It's just that we get highlighted.
Yes.
But it's great in a way that we're probably setting that tool an example.
We have to set an example.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lastly, before I let you go, so today itself, there was Mithun Chakrabarti ji who has been, felicitated with the Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Your take on that and an award for
very,
you.
very big congratulations to him. We had worked with him
Yes.
both in earlier days in Dilwala. Then he did a Telugu film for me also.
Correct.
And I really enjoyed working with him. He's a very dear friend of the family. I'm so happy. When I saw it, I could immediately see my father also. My father had got it, now he's got it. It would have been a very happy man. I'll surely call him and
Yeah, he's actually shooting in Hyderabad as we speak right now.
lovely. I'll go and see him tomorrow then.
Yes, if you do happen to, I
Yeah.
think this
Oh,
will be
lovely.
amazing.
I'm
Because
so happy.
I was like, it's so imperative because you all have had an association.
Major
Do
association.
you remember any fun memory with him?
Oh, many fun memories. See, he used to shoot predominantly in Ooty.
Yeah.
He made Ooty popular as a shooting destination. Every film. A lot of really funny things. He used to tease me quite a bit. So I really enjoyed it.
Lovely.
Very nice, man.
I hope you all come together for something
Oh,
else for us and we
100%,
get to see you.
100%.
But thank you so much for your amazing contribution to the Indian film cinema, as I would
Thank you
like
so
to
much.
say. And it's my pleasure and honor to be being here and having a chat with you. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you so much.